There is a reason why you keep putting off that big project. There's a reason why you check the same messages for 4 times before you send it out, and you call that perfectionism. There is a reason why you think you don't have what it takes. Underneath all of this is very old rules still running in your system. And to understand where this rule came from, there is a story you think you know. A baby elephant gets tied to a small wooden post. She pulls for weeks, the rope never breaks. So eventually, she stops. 20 years later, she weighs 5 tons. She could easily break that rope in her sleep. But she doesn't even try anymore. And usually, the story ends right here. So, what's your rope? And then it's over. Nobody really gets to this part that actually matters. That elephant was surviving. She tested the rope again and again until her ankles bled. And every time, the world proves that she was right. She stopped because she was smart enough to not hurt herself again. She learned to protect herself. There's a famous phrase for this: learn helplessness. And we will come back to this because 50 years later, the psychologists that coined this term completely changed our mind. The fact was true when we first learned it. It's just stopped being true. And nobody told the baby elephant that she had grown up, and that's your life too. So when you say I can't, what you're hearing essentially is yourself when you are much younger. And today, we are going to look at how that rule first got written into your nervous system. While reading all those self-help books, learning more about success, motivation, persistence, never really changed a thing. And how to show your system that you're not small anymore. And the change starts tonight. So let's start with why you can't remember when all of this began. Before you were 3 or 4 years old, your hippocampus, the part where we store memories, weren't fully developed yet. There wasn't any file to open, but your amygdala, that was already working. It doesn't deal with stories or names or any dates. It just asks one simple question: is this safe? And if the answer is no, it sets your body off to protect you right away, even before you have a single logical thought about it. Fight or flight. Except most people who are watching this video right now don't fight. You freeze, or you go agreeable, you smooth things over, you make sure that nobody gets upset. And afterwards, you can't even explain why you said yes in the first place. And whatever you did to stay safe, you did it over and over. So neurons that fire together, wire together. That is Hebbian learning. It's how your brain decides what to keep to make your whole processes the most efficient. And those pathways that get used every single day, they get marked as essential. And they become the fastest route that your brain reaches for. And on the other hand, the pathways that doesn't get used as often, they get pruned away. And your prefrontal cortex, the reasoning part of your brain that goes, oh, the waiter was rude, probably because she just broke up with her boyfriend, get developed last in your mid-20s. So the responses got safe, but the story didn't. You have the feeling, but it doesn't really make any sense to you. Your reaction always gets there before the thought. So you did what anyone would do. You explain it with the only thing you had. This is just who I am. In 1967, Martin Seligman called this learned helplessness. In 2016, he corrected himself. Helplessness is not learned. It's actually our human default. Control is the thing that never gets taught. The elephant didn't learn to be helpless. She just didn't get to learn to know her own power. Where does this coding of yours actually get written? It's not in one big terrible trauma. A lot of people rule themselves out because they were thinking, oh, I think I had quite an okay childhood. Nothing dramatic ever happened to me when I was very young, so this isn't my story. But it's actually much smaller than that. It could be when your father gone quiet and you just learned that that's the right reaction when you did something wrong. Or it's your group of friends at 9 years old that teach you which version of you gets invited to play. Or a teacher just gave you a label or a comment out of emotions and she forgot it by the next day, but you carried it with you for 30 years. None of them were actually trying to be cruel, It's just that they are also carrying their coding and wound that they projected onto you. And because you were small and those are the people who kept you safe and alive, so whatever reaction that makes you feel wanted or desirable around them became who you are. And it worked. That's the part we all skip. It actually worked to keep you safe, which is why it is still running until today. Here's what I want you to see about your younger self. She couldn't leave, she couldn't earn, she didn't get to choose who sat at the table with her. She had one strategy available, and she picked the right one. She kept herself safe with it. And now look at you. You can earn now, you can leave, you can speak up, and then let people get lost, get out of your life if they are bothering you. But you're still running that programming from your younger self that was so outdated. So what do you actually do with all this? Step 1, release. And I want to be very honest with you why this should come first before you put in another effort, before you reach for another book or another video on how you should work harder to achieve your goals. Your reaction always beats your conscious thought. When something happens, you are already tight, you are already in defensive mode, the emotions are already rising up and it overpowers you. And a second later, only your logical mind catches up and asks, what exactly happened? Why did I feel this way? Why did I react this way? Why didn't I go and do that thing that I said I were going to do? Your logic got there late because it just has further to travel. That's it. Which is why reading and watching more content like this changes nothing on its own. You could understand the full logic behind it and still do the same thing next Tuesday. You simply cannot reason with a reflex that is hardwired into your nervous system. So the feeling has to move out of your body first. That is where you start. The next time the feeling rises, before you even try and explain it to yourself, just do these 5 steps. First, you want to really feel it and ask, where is this feeling residing in your body? Where do you feel it the most? It could be in your chest, it could be in your stomach, your gut, it could be in your head or your throat. Anywhere really. And then you ask, how old is this? And let the number come to you on its own. It's almost never the same age as you are right now. And as you get the answer, the next question would be, what is it trying to protect me from? Is that still true today? And then once you got it, you can say it out loud to yourself. Thank you. I appreciate that you're trying to protect me, but I can take it from here. I will be the one handling this from now on. Now I want to say this next part very carefully. This works great for everyday stuff, like the sudden negative emotions that rise up whenever you want to explain yourself to others, the sudden tightness in your chest, or that sudden flat feeling in the afternoon when your work gets boring or repetitive. But if it ever gets too much and overwhelming, just pause. Allow yourself to detach from that feeling. Some of this reaction has years old of history behind them, and some link to certain memories that your unconscious might not be ready for you to experience it. So some of these feelings were never meant for you to resolve it on your own, and that is what the Real Line is for. I offer subconscious reprogramming to guide you step by step into the old pattern that was holding all these codings that no longer serves you, and to install new beliefs and behavior that really helps you to propel towards your goal. And if you rather just talk to me first and see where this goes, I offer free clarity call. The link is in my description below. The second step is to anchor the changes. Write the goal down, make a vision board, keep the journal. Neuroplasticity never stops. That is why you are truly a limitless being. Because anything that you set your mind on, that you truly believe, you can rewire your brain to focus on that path and to reach that goal of yours. And repetition is how you first slowly pave in that new pathways, step by step. When you write your manifestation down, your goals down, when you put in the work day after day, you are using a pathway. And the pathway that gets used gets stronger. And the old one, the one that makes you feel like you're not enough, you can't do this, other people is better than you, that one, you stop working eventually. And the path gets narrower and narrower until one day, eventually it gets pruned. So repetition is maintenance, keeping the work up, and you will get there. And the third one, which is the one that matters the most, is identity. You can change what you do for about a week, but you can't stop the old setting from trying to take the wheel back. For you to foolproof it is to change who is doing it. Look at how you see yourself right now. Do you see yourself as average, someone who is quiet, under pressure, or someone who's just not confident in speaking? If that is your identity, every time you try and speak up or to stand on the stage, your brain treats that as a threat because it's so unfamiliar to you. It will panic pulls you back into who you think you are. But when your baseline identity shifts to someone who just belongs to any room you walk into, your confidence wouldn't have to be forced anymore. It just comes naturally. And that starts with your state. Your state is what gives you the control of all the processes beneath the surface. So when you're calm, when you feel safe in your body, it's easier for you to reach for the control. You're allowed to become someone new, gently and at your own pace. So one last thing is the one I would like you to keep in mind. Be excited for your failures. Never be afraid of failure. Sarah Blakely's father used to ask her at dinner every week, "What do you feel this week?" And if her answer is nothing, he was disappointed at her. So she spent 2 years cold calling with an idea that nobody asked for and built $1 billion company out of it. Michael Jordan was cut from his high school team, and it's exactly because of this failure it spurred him to work harder and eventually became an NBA legend. Neither of them had more willpower than you. They just had a setting where failure becomes an information to keep trying, keep coming back, that you are one step closer to reaching your goal. Because the elephant only needs to test the rope one more time. And that's all a failure is. One more test of the rope. So tell me in the comment below, what would you do first if you know that anything is possible for you to reach?